Okay, hi everyone, it's Marcus and welcome to Zooming in the Jungle Room with me. I'm excited today. I'm going all the way over to Croatia where I am interviewing Maksim. Maksim, good morning to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
And so, how excited are you? 2024, you are about to kick off your world tour again, which of course is coming to Australia and Adelaide. How pumped are you for it?
I'm very excited. My collection tour started actually a year and a half ago, and I've been to many countries, and I'm looking forward to come to Australia because it's one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah. What can we expect from the Collection World Tour in Australia this year?
Well, Collection is also the name of my album, which I released some 2 years ago, and basically it's a collection of my greatest hits. I had 10 studio albums throughout 20 years of my crossover career. So I decided to put my greatest hits of all time on one album, and this is the tour which is promoting this album. So I went to the 20 countries, more than 100 shows. It's going to be in the end of the tour. So it's one of my largest tours I ever did in my career.
And how have your audiences been receiving the show so far?
Very great, very nice. I mean, it's a privilege to see, the reaction of the audiences from all around the world, from Asia to America, and yeah, I really enjoy it, and it's always a lot of fun.
Your career is just so diverse in regards to, your fan base, isn't it? You literally have fans all across the world, which is just such a testament to your talent, obviously. And you kicked off in about 1999, right? I think that was the first album, Gestures, in 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously really did a massive breakthrough in 2003 with, the groundbreaking, The Piano Player. And your career just hasn't looked back since then.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of a journey. I
Yeah.
mean, Gestures was my classical album. It was anthology of Croatian contemporary music. And then I was signed to EMI, one of the biggest record label in the world, then to manager Mel Bush, who is one of the biggest rock promoters and crossover initiator, I would say. And then my career completely started really rapidly. I mean, after a couple of months, I sold quadruple platinum in some countries, and it was really hectic.
So going back to when you were younger, what was your inspiration to get into this kind of career? How did you find that this is where your talent actually laid?
I mean, it's a kind of interesting story because normally you always hear the parents, push their kids to music school. But for me, it was completely other way around. My parents never listened to classical music. They never played. None of my friends knew anything about classical music. I come from the small, coastal town in Dalmatia in Croatia. So I was the one who basically forced my mom to enroll me in music school. My best friend had a piano, and I, as a, I think, 8-year-old kid, was trying to play. And then when I enrolled, I basically decided this is what I'm going to do. And I decided to be a pianist, and never in my life I wanted to do something else, which was really surprising for my parents because they don't know what I'm talking about.
Do you find that your Croatian heritage has influenced your career at any point, whether it be now or earlier?
There's a lot of tradition of classical music, in Croatia and in this part of Europe. There's a lot of, composers and classical musicians. So I think there was probably an impact on me too.
And so when you were experimenting with the whole classical, period as you were growing up, was it the piano that you were most drawn to, do you think?
Always piano, yeah. I never wanted to. I mean, when I listen to classical music, I love cello, but I never wanted to play any other instrument. For me, the piano is enough.
Hey, and so any downtime that you might have, and I know that you're a busy guy, especially, with this tour going on, but any downtime you have, like you sit back on the couch, what's your go-to music that you might put on, whether it be vinyl, Spotify, whatever? Have you got a favorite genre?
I would say probably 90% I listen to classical music. I love ballets, I love opera. I wake up with like a Bach or something like that, cello suites. But for a long time, actually, I love electronic music. Electronic music. A lot of my friends are DJs, which is really different
Yeah.
genres from classical music. So For a long time, I used to go clubbing just for the electronic music for raves.
Yeah. And so going back again to when you were younger, who were some of the artists that were inspiring you at the time to create your music?
I mean, my inspiration and my idols were always drawn from a world of classical music. So I would say Ivo Pogorelic, who's a pianist, Marta Argerich, Mislav Rostropovich, Rubinstein. These are all, you know, the biggest pianists of 20th century. So they were always drawn from the world of classical music.
And then fast forwarding to, wow, I can't believe it's 2024. But I mean, obviously that's a very long career. Looking at, you know, the artists that are maybe in your genre now, or even in other areas, who are some of the people that you think are doing some really good work at the minute that, you know, are continuing to inspire you, possibly?
You mean from the classical world or generally?
From any world, yeah.
I don't know. There are a lot of like a young generation pianists, like Yuja Wang. Again, I'm talking about classical music. I don't know,
Okay.
or DJs, but I mean, yeah, classical music was always more present, and I don't know, Lugansky, many pianists. Yeah.
Okay, so when you get to Adelaide, which is going to be for everyone's benefit, is going to be the 24th, Sunday, the 24th of March at the Adelaide Festival Centre. I'm going to be there. I cannot even wait. But when you get to Adelaide, if you have any downtime, are there any things that you need to tick off your list? Or even when you get to Australia, are there any things that you really want to do?
I mean, as I said, Australia is really one of my favorite places, and I love going there, but my schedules are so crazy and hectic that I think I have maybe 1 or 2 days off in Melbourne, but otherwise it's always, you know, we come in the evening before the show, we have a show, and normally on the day of the show, I'm extremely disciplined. I don't move from my hotel room. I don't train. I don't do anything. I don't practice. I need to concentrate for my show. So basically, I don't walk around. And then the day after the show, we need to leave for another city. And that's my life story always.
So after you've done Australia, is there any more to the tour, or do you get a bit of a break at that point?
Actually, I have a break then because it's Easter holidays and I'm gonna go on holidays with my daughter. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we have some concerts in Europe. And then May is Asia, I think China. And then June is America and Canada. So, and then summers I don't work. I'm from Dalmatia. And
Yay.
normally I don't work on summers. No concert.
You need a break, absolutely. Now it's been you know, a couple of years, like we said, since the last album. Are there any is there any talk on possibly a new album coming out in due course?
Actually, I'm just working on my new album. Today I got 2 songs from my arrangers from London to check, and we are in the midst of creating a new album. It's been a couple of years now, and I'm really looking forward. I've chosen so many interesting pieces for this new album, and I love to play new stuff, new repertoire. So I'm very happy about it.
Are you thinking maybe a 2025 release? Maybe this year.
Actually, later this year, because my the collection tour is finishing in June. So I
Yep.
think in the autumn the album will be released. Yeah.
Fantastic. Just in time for Christmas sales.
Mhm. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, like we said, 24th of March, in the Adelaide Festival Centre, obviously Adelaide, but all around Australia as well. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to it. Hopefully we get to meet you when you're in town. Just signing off, what are you looking forward to the most about getting to Australia? What's exciting you?
I think this is my 4th time that I'm coming to Australia, and now I have a fan base of people who, you know, I starting to know, and reactions are always amazing. You know, the people and the audience is so warm and welcoming, and it's always a pleasure to play there. And yeah, I'll try to use as much as free time I can to, you know, go around the cities and, you know, to walk around, but I don't know how much time will allow me.
Well, Maksim, I'm so looking forward to meeting you and seeing your show when you get to Adelaide. You have the most amazing day ahead, and I will catch up to you. I'll catch up with you. Well, it's only a couple of weeks away, 3 weeks away. You're going to be in Adelaide.
Yeah, looking forward.
Yay! Travel safe, be kind, and have a great day.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Bye.
Bye bye.